Alright, this is a video I want to go and do. I'm very pissed off because, alright, to give you a better idea what the story is about, our neighbor moved, whatever. We helped her to pack her shit, and we went and bullshit and stuff with her, and she was saying that she can't have animals where she lives. And we're like, well, then what are you going to do with him? She's like, well, when's the next time you go to Bradford to, and I said, well, we don't go to Bradford ever. And she's like, because I was going to ask you if you can go and take the cat to the SPCA. And we're like, oh, we don't go to Bradford ever, so she's like, well, because I'm not allowed to have animals, so I don't know what I'm going to go and do with him. We're like, okay, we don't know what to tell you, but we can't take him. And then, in a way, kind of giving us no choice, saying, well, I'll just leave him here with you guys. And I said, wait a minute, you already know that we already have a cat. We're not allowed to have any more animals. We're going to go and get in trouble. She's like, no, I'll go and tell HUD that I left him here to for you guys to take care of him for a few days until I go and make arrangements with somebody else to take care of him for me. We're like, okay, you know. Then, we never hear anything more about it. If she was able to get him to the SPCA or if she made other arrangements or anything. So we knew what was going on. Because the fact we haven't seen her since Sunday, so we just assumed that she took the cat with her. We didn't see any life in there since Sunday. And it is now Thursday. And off and on since Sunday, we'd go and hear a cat crying. We thought, okay, it's our cat, he's crying, whatever, not thinking anything of it. Until this morning, whenever I was in the bathroom, I heard a cat crying, and I happened to look down, and my cat was standing right in front of me, just looking at me, and I kept hearing a cat crying, and obviously it wasn't my cat, so I'm kind of looking around for a second, thinking I'm hearing things. Then I realized that it's coming from next door. That pissed me off. I went to Jamie and I said, Jamie, I think our neighbor went and left the cat over there. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, come over here and listen. She went and listened, and she heard the cat crying. She went next door, and she went and got the cat. There was cat shit, cat piss. The smell was so bad, you would have threw up. And we went and put food into a dish. The cat went straight to the food dish, and he acted like he haven't eaten in days. That poor thing was out there that whole time. No one was there to at least make sure he had food, water, nothing. There was nothing like that going on out there. And that cat ate all that food that was in that dish. Yeah, my cat ate some of it, but not like that. Not like our neighbor's cat. So then we went to Jamie's grandmother's house to use a house phone to talk to our landlord about it. Tell her, hey, our neighbor left her cat here, and tell them what the condition of the house is. And they said, well, right now no one is in the office, in the main office right now, so we'll have them give you a call later. So we're like, okay. When we finally got the call back, they said that we had to give the cat back to her because she said that she wasn't done moving. Considering the fact she hasn't been there in 4 fucking days, that should show enough right there that she obviously was done. I understand that people have to work, people have jobs, but if you are in the process of moving in the evening or early in the morning, whatever shift you have, go to the house and finish packing your shit. And, well, I gave that cat a bath. I scrubbed that cat 5 times, and that cat still stunk really bad. And while I was in the shower with the cat, cleaning him, Jamie comes in the bathroom saying that our neighbor's there and she's pissed off. She's slamming a bunch of shit. So apparently she ended up getting a tip, an anonymous tip, that the cat was gone. So she hurried up came and got to come get the cat. And she left. Dumbass didn't just, come over to our house to say, hey, do you have my cat? Just takes off. Obviously, she didn't care enough about the fucking cat that she didn't come to the door to say anything to us. So, we called the SPCA. The SPCA said, that they'll be over. And then whenever we got the call back from our landlord, said, well, you have to give the cat back to your neighbor because she's not done moving. Well, I said, well, we already called the SPCA. He said, well, okay. The SPCA comes and they come. We really appreciate you doing this, but what she did was fucking rude. And the fact that we have trouble sleeping, whenever we are in bed, she'll go and have her daughter or her, whatever, come to the door, pounding on the door, ringing the doorbell for like 10 minutes, and then sending text messages and voicemails saying wake the fuck up and shit like that. It's rude. It's inconsiderate. We don't do that shit to you. If we go to your house and ring the doorbell, you don't answer after so long, then we'll go home. We're like, all right, fine. You're maybe sleeping and you just don't want to be bothered. No, you go and pound on the door, expecting us to answer the fucking door. That is rude. And that cat didn't ask for any of that shit. That cat, I hope to God that cat gets into a good home. If we were able to have 2 cats, we would take him in. Because he is a really sweet cat. But the fact that he didn't ask to be left in a situation like that, she's never home to even take care of the cat to begin with. If she were to go and take the cat back home, find out that he is at the SPCA, he'd go and be back in the situation that he is now, neglected, with cat feces and whatever all over the fucking place. So, give me your input. Well, what you think, because I think this is bullshit.